Now we transition to the preview portion of this thing, right? A little preview action. And I do got a couple of matchups, 5 of them things for us to just have our eyes on, man. A little 5-star match. You know how we do this thing. 5-star match because we in it. But to start it off, though, man, Travis Etienne. We know, very dynamic space player. That's a guy that keeps their offense going, keeps their offense on schedule. Our inside linebackers, man, they're going to have their hands full with him. But the trio, Cole Holcomb, Landon Roberts, Quan Alexander, y'all have to tackle this man in space. You cannot allow him to make you guys miss, and now he takes something that should be a 5-yard gain, and he's taking it 20, 30 yards, right? Can't have it. But that's the first matchup, man. Our Travis Etienne versus our inside linebackers. We got to match that energy, man. We got to tackle him, man, in space. Next thing, talk about little Christian Kirk, man. He's the one that kind of bugs me the most. Calvin Ridley, he's definitely nice, but to me, I feel like Kirk is the one that could give us the most issues.
You're saying he's been worth the money for Jacksonville?
Yeah, to an extent, sure. I'm not saying fully, but
they've used him pretty good.
They have.
They paid him.
He does have a dope ability to run after the catch. Obviously, like I said, I was out there with him in Arizona when he was young. But he's a dope player, man. Very athletic, very fast, very shifty in space. To me, this is JPJ. I need JPJ. Whenever you're matched up on him, get them hands on him, man. Because he is one of the
Is that what you do if you're Tomlin?
Absolutely.
Just JPJ follow Christian Kirk around?
Personally, I would love it because I don't love Levi or Pat P on him. If we're going to be real about it, bro. I would much rather have JPJ match up with Kirk, and then I live with Levi and Pat P in safety hope dealing with Calvin Ridley, bro. Like, that's
what we doing about Ingram
bro.
in the receiving game. Could Quan just take him?
To me, Ingram, I feel like is a dope player, but I think pass rush and the way that Trevor is going to want to play.
Maybe that's a Minka thing.
It's going to, I just think he's not the priority number one. I think priority number one is Kirk Ridley. He's trying to hit them dudes. So it's like, how do we mitigate that? I could live with Ingram. If Ingram is your guy for the day, I could live with that. Because Ingram, as dope as he is, I feel like Calvin can still run with it. I feel like Minka can still handle it. Heck, I even feel like Casey, if I needed to get weird, Casey could deal with that. Dope player, but I feel like that about Ingram. Them receivers is the ones that's like, all right, pass rush got to deal with Calvin. JPJ, you got to handle Kirk. So, but that's how I look at that matchup right there, man. Kirk versus JPJ. We got to have that, baby. We got to have that. Then after that, Trevor Lawrence. Sunshine. Versus the pass rush. And now what do I mean by that? You have to contain him and be disciplined in your rush lanes when we are in man coverage. Because no different than, was it 3 weeks ago when Kenny talks about how I use my legs when they play certain coverages to hurt them? Trevor Lawrence, he will do the exact same thing, but he's a more explosive runner. So for our pass rush, we don't want to minimize what we can do coverage-wise. Because if you sit in zone versus them, they will kill us. So you're going to have to match and play some man-to-man. But the only way we can do that consistently is if our D-line maintains a balanced rush lane. 2 guys on each side of the quarterback. Inside, outside. You can't have 3 guys on one side of the ball. You can't have 4 guys on one side of the ball because y'all getting wrecked.
We've been doing a good job of that.
We have been. We have. But at the same time, have we faced Lamar? We'll say Lamar.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson too, I'd say.
Nah, Deshaun ain't running that ball like Trevor. He's athletic. He can't run. But
escaping the pocket.
Trevor, though. Yeah. I feel like Trevor will run.
He will run down the
field.
field.
Right.
Sure.
Deshaun doesn't give me that.
You're right.
Whereas like Lamar, he'll take off.
Definitely.
So that's the thing. Like I said, with Trevor, we just got to make sure that we don't allow him to do that. Because that's the part that can kill you. That's the part that'll make you as a coordinator be hesitant to call certain calls. And we don't need that versus this team. Then after that, man, we got to talk Anton Harrison, man. You remember him, right, man? Out of Oklahoma. Yeah, we was talking about him this offseason, man. It's the right tackle. Shout out to the right tackle. But unfortunately, he has Alex Highsmith. So, of course, I'm going to need Highsmith to
TJ.
That. No, oh, shoot. Yep, excuse me. I definitely said that backwards. He is the... No. I did say that right. No. I did say that wrong. Cam Robinson. Yeah. So, TJ. Need TJ to cook that. There we go.
Both of them about to get cooked either way.
Pretty much. Cam Robinson, I think, is a little bit better. But as a whole, yeah, both of our dudes got to cook them dudes. Excuse me on that one. Absolutely right.
Yeah, there's nothing scary about their offensive line as a whole.
It is definitely not, man. And then after that, the final matchup, Josh Allen, not the quarterback, the pass rusher.
Is this the better Josh Allen?
Chill out. Definitely not the better Josh Allen. Versus Dan Moore. Okay? Josh Allen is a pretty good player. Okay? He's a pretty good player. He can rush the passer really good. Has a nice little array of pass rush moves. And he's very explosive off the line. Okay?
He's having a good year.
He's a good player. He's a really good player. Okay? I've had a lot of experience with this Josh Allen. I don't like this Josh Allen always. Because this Josh Allen is like really good. Okay? And we've also remembered the last time that we saw.
That's what I'm wondering. Is he the better Josh Allen right now?
Nah.
For this season?
But I also think about the last time we saw Dan Moore versus the Jags. All right? Our offense didn't look the best. Our offensive line didn't look the best versus the Jaguars.
When was this?
That was last year. Preseason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kendrick Green was terrible too.
Yeah, it was a bad day for us, right? Josh Allen was cooking. Was it oh my goodness. The cat from LSU, what's his name? Where are you at?
Chase I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, it's like Chase on, right? Yeah, he was there. Caleb Vaughn, that's what it is. Yeah. Caleb Vaughn, he was cooking us as well during our preseason game. So I think of that and I'm like, we don't need that again. Right? But ultimately, we need Dan Moore to protect it. Dan Moore, you got to protect against Josh Allen. We talk about Dan and why you're still getting opportunities. If you're still going to be the guy, these are the matchups
This is it, because this is tier 2 pass rusher now. You went up against all those tier 1 guys.
Thank you.
This is a tier 2, dude.
Now, he's high-end tier 2.
He is.
He's a high-end tier 2, but he is definitely tier 2.
But at the same time, a lot of teams have... I'm not going to say everyone has a Josh Allen caliber dude, because, he's probably like a top 10 edge rusher. But close to that. I mean, Houston Texans with Will Anderson.
Is Josh Allen and Alex Highsmith?
Right, like, right. Most teams have a solid edge rusher.
Right. He is that.
At least that.
He's not great, but he is really good.
And so far, he is having like a top of tier 2 type of season.
Right. So if you're Dan Moore and you've heard the criticism, you came back last week, you got your chance to play, you played well. These are the teams, these are the type of players that you have to block, man. You can't allow Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a good player. Don't get it twisted. He's a really good player. But he is not Myles Garrett. He is not Max Crosby. He is not, oh my goodness, Nick Bosa. He's not none of them dudes, man. So you got to block this dude, man. But we shall see. Because, like I said, he's a pretty good rusher, man. But those are the matchups, like I said, man, that we just got to keep our eye on, man. Just make sure we stay straight and stuff like that, man. But we win those matchups. We do what we're supposed to do in those matchups, man. I do feel like we take care of business, but we need to.
Should be a good game all around. 5-2 Jaguars, 4-2 Steelers. The thing I'm hoping for is that the Jaguars are doing the mistake that I think we made in the preseason, and they're reading all the hype that they're getting recently.
Okay.
Because they haven't lost since week 3, right?
Yeah.
They started out 1-2, and they're winning all these games.
Right now,
yada, yada. Yeah, Jaguars, are they an elite team? All right. Come to Pittsburgh. Come in a little bit overconfident. See how that works out for you. But what I'm hoping on our end is that we learned from our mistake from the preseason. Because we are getting some buzz right now. I don't know if you've seen some of the national media stuff. People are putting us in the top 10 of the power rankings.
Every once in a while they come through.
You know, they got us at like in the 6 or 7 range. Like people are starting to feel the Steelers. Yeah. So hopefully we don't get too far ahead of ourselves. We remember some of these lapses that we've had thus far this season. Remember, that's not that far away. Mm-hmm. We really got to be buttoned up here and just keep the momentum from last week, from that last fourth quarter, from the end of the game. Keep rolling like that. Play that Steelers football.
Play the Steelers football, baby. Play it. All right. So it's time then. It's time to talk that preview, that prediction. How's this thing roll out, Deke? Let us know how the game play out in the comment section, man. Who getting it done? Who's winning? Who's losing? We need to know, though. We need to know, all right? How it happened, Deke?
Where did I have Kenny ranked before this season? Where did I say he would finish 2023?
Top three.
Amongst his peers at the quarterback position.
Top 3. And that was before the Jack and the Casamigos.
Right. And who did I have ahead of him?
If I believe it was Patrick Mahomes, And I think it was Josh. It was
No.
either Josh or Burrow.
Josh was 6.
Okay, so Burrow then? Was it Burrow?
Nope.
Who was your 2?
Because Kenny's about to
Was
take
it
out Burrow
Rodgers?
and the Bengals on the road to winning
it
the AFC
Rodgers?
North. It's Rodgers.
It's
And
Rodgers? Oh.
Rodgers ain't in the league anymore. We see what Kenny's doing in these fourth quarters. We see how he's stepping up.
Okay.
We see how this dude is doing his job as a quarterback and winning games.
This is big facts.
And winning games. And I get it. People could talk about game manager and stuff. I'm not talking specifically Kenny Pickett. I'm talking about for quarterbacks that have like winning records, right? Be like, they're just, they're managing the game. They got a good system around them. They got good players around them. I'm seeing Kenny step up in fourth quarters.
Talk that talk.
When there's adversity, when his back's up against the wall, when things aren't looking pretty, and delivering game-winning drives. That's not game manager type of shit right there. Yeah. That's franchise quarterback type of shit right there. So
I would agree.
This is the next step on the road to elite for Kenny Pickett, and I said top 3 by the end of the season. Aaron Rodgers ain't playing in the NFL this year, so I mean, you guys do the math. Trevor Lawrence, they consider him top 10. I consider him top 10. I just mentioned he's between the 7 and 9 range. He's good. He's good. But Kenny Pickett just outplayed a Super Bowl champion, borderline Hall of Famer last week.
This is very true. And his spot, too.
You answer me this as well. Did he outplay Lamar Jackson just a couple weeks ago?
Well, talk your talk, Deke. Talk your talk. Talk your talk, man.
Didn't he outplay a guy the Browns guaranteed $230 million to in week 2?
Talk that talk, Deke.
This is the next step.
Talk that talk.
Kenny Pickett will outplay Trevor Lawrence.
Talk it. Stand on it.
And then we'll be on to the next one, sitting at 5-2. Good game. We win by 7.
Okay.
What was the score last week? I think it might be the same score. 24-17. Wasn't that it?
Yeah, it was.
I think it's going to be the same score.
Okay. Respect then. Let's get it. I like it then. I like it.
Ball drains, 2 more field goals, whatever it is.
Respect. I like it.
Whatever it takes to get that 24 number.
Got to get it, man. Got to get it. So, to me, man, I look at it like this. This is a very, very, very tough matchup just for a couple of reasons. Josh Allen, regardless of his Dan Moore or Chooks, we got to see, can they stand up? Don't really like that. Travis Etienne, big fan. Don't really like that. But the thing is this, man. Them coming in on a 4-game winning streak, they are hot. They are believing it, and rightfully so. They found a way to beat the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans, and rightfully so. Beautiful, right? So you believe in it. But at the same time, we believe in ourselves. At the same time, we're stacking performances on top of it. And we're in that phase where we have to prove it. And I personally feel that if we are going to be the team that we think we're capable of being, this is one of those games that you have to find a way to get out of that stadium. Regardless of if we talk position for position, regardless if we talk, oh man, well, this is what their numbers are for the season. They've scored this many points. Look what they can do. That's all well and good until you get in this matchup, and now you got to start dealing with how we going to punch you, because we punch a little bit different than them other folks. We play a little bit different than the other teams you didn't see. And I think that will be the reason why we take care of business. I got it as a close one. I got it 24-23 Steelers. We take care of business. I do think it comes down to the wire. I got my
field
man
goal by
Boz.
Jaguars.
No, man. Boz hitting money from 50. Come on, man. I like the 50-piece walk-off.
So we're down 23-21.
Yeah. But
Boz
Kenny leads
hits
the
a
drive.
50.
Kenny leads the drive.
Another game-winning drive.
Yes.
All right.
Why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it be a game-winning drive, man? Come on, man. We're not just getting out here on the skin of our teeth.
I actually see that happening.
I do, too. They will score. They are good. We will score. We are good. But at the end, it's going to come down to our defense going to make a stop, and our offense is going to have to make a drive. And if our offense is taking the steps in which I think they are, we going to get that 24-piece like how we just seen us do it, and it's got to be Boz from 50. It got to be from 50. I don't care if it's from 30. 30 ain't as cool. 50 just hit harder. So I want it from 50.